Hi everybody, my name is Paula and I'd like to welcome you to my Real Polish Fanatic little corner of YouTube. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some of your day with me. I do appreciate you being here. Today should be a pretty quick video. I have just one polish to show off from Victorian Varnish for Hella Handmade Creations in May. You'll sometimes see that shortened to HHC, Hella Handmade Creations. If you're not familiar with HHC, what that is it's similar to all the other collab boxes that are out there with one big fun difference. So most of the collab boxes out there that you will find have all the makers creating an item around a central theme. So maybe it's dangerous flora, maybe it, whatever it might be. Everybody creates around that one central theme. How HHC differs from that, and what is really fun about that, is every maker gets to pick their own theme. And then they have to do, I think it's a minimum of 4 items in that theme, or they can go do 6, or I would guess it's sky's the limit to how many they could do. I don't know if there's a top limit or not, but I think it's at least 4. And so what's kind of fun about that is if you buy all of them throughout the months, then at the end of it, you would have a whole little mini collection from that maker around that theme. So that's pretty fun. So HHC, you can find them at hellahandmadecreations.com. It's a mouthful. I will link that in the description box down below, and I will also put their Facebook fan groups, a link to those. There's 2 of them. There's one that is strictly for makers to post upcoming items, what they're going to have, and spoilers and things like that. And then there's a after party Facebook group that is a free-for-all, so everybody can post there, and you will also see a spoiler thread and everything like that, so you'll get a little bit of a sneak peek of what's to come. So this polish I'm going to show you today is from Victorian Varnish. It is for May 2025. And I'm really excited to show it to you. But going back to Hella Handmade Creations, they are open from the 14th to the 21st of every month. They open at 12:01 a.m., so like midnight on the 14th Eastern time, which is kind of nice for those of us here on the West Coast, because that's 9:01 p.m. on the 13th for us. So we get a little bit of it's not an early start because it's the same time everywhere, but it's a little easier to be up at 9 p.m. than at midnight. But it opens every month at 12:01 a.m. on the 14th Eastern time, and it'll close on the 21st. I don't know exactly what time it closes, but Wishlisting opens on the 1st of every month, so you can already go in and wishlist this. Started on May 1st. And just make sure you have an account set up on the Hella Handmade Creations website, because otherwise you'll go in and you'll be adding everything to your wish list, and if you're not signed into your account, it doesn't know who you are, so it won't save it. So I've done that a time or two. I forget to sign in, I'm adding to wish list, and then I go check my wish list the next time and there's nothing there. So don't make my mistake. Victorian Varnish is starting a new series in May, and her new series is based on Steampunk Unicorns. How fun is that? I will show you her inspiration photo and everything after we get the camera turned around. I think that's all I have to tell you before we get the camera turned around, so let's just go ahead and do that. We'll turn the camera around and just jump right in. All right, so like I said, I have just one little polish here to show you from Victorian Varnish for HHC in May of 2025. She is starting a new series, Steampunk Unicorns. That'll be a fun one. Let's go ahead and take a look at her inspiration photo while we look at this bottle shot here. She says her inspiration, she says, at first glance, he seems dainty, but this unicorn is loaded with some fierce sparkle. This one is called Steampunk Sparkle. It is described as a cyan base with large particle blue aqua shifting shimmers and a host of ghost flakies in a pink, blue, purple, peach, gold, and green and pink reflective glitters. So there it is in the bottle. That is so pretty. Victorian Varnish's polishes are 17 milliliters, and this one will be $13.50, and it will have a cap of just 300. So you may say, well, 300, that's quite a lot. And if you're not familiar with what a cap is, sometimes makers will go in and cap cap the item that they're selling. It could be due to, you know, the supplies that they're able to get to make it. It could be due to time that they have to make it after the sale ends, whatever the case may be. So they will cap it. And once that cap number is sold out, it could be gone forever. It could be that the brand can come back and say, oh, we can get more supplies or whatever it may be, and they may be able to raise the cap, but that's never a guarantee, not something you want to rely on. If you see anything in these collab boxes that you ever have to have and it has a cap, it's always a good idea to get to the shop as soon as you can after it opens, just so you don't miss out. So you might be thinking, well, 300 is quite a big number. That's a lot of polishes, but you have to remember that, you know, thousands of people follow HHC, and, you know, sometimes things can sell out quickly. Sometimes things with caps won't sell out at all, but sometimes they could sell out quickly. So I just wanted to warn you, if you ever see anything with a cap that you must have, try to get there as early as you can. All right, so this beauty, I am wearing this on my nails. Here on my left hand, look how beautiful this is. Here on my left hand, I have it in 3 coats with a glitter grabber and a glossy top coat. This is so pretty. I am loving the reflective, flaky polishes. They are so pretty. I love reflective glitters. I love flakies. Having them together, chef's kiss. So here it is, 3 coats with a glossy top coat. On my right hand, I left it at just 2 coats and did a glitter grabber and a glossy top coat. So if we look at them, I got my little index finger there, we'll use a different one. It's really not that much different. So I think 2 coats, you know, might be good. I can't see my nail line through there or anything. So this finger over here on the left is 3 coats. The one on the right is 2 coats. So yeah, you get a little bit more flakies with each coat, so you might have a little bit more flakies there in the 3rd coat, but 2 coats looks very nice. Can't see my nail line, anything. So that is what it looks like on me. I love this polish. It is so beautiful. The cyan base color is beautiful, and then those color shifting ghost flakies, oh, love, love, love them. And then the reflective glitter, love it. So here we have it on the swatch wheel. Here we have it in 1 coat. This is 2 coats. This one is also 2 coats. This is where we're gonna put a 3rd coat. This one right here is 3 coats with a matte top coat. This one here is 3 coats with a glitter grabber and a glossy top coat. Here it is 1 coat over black, just a black cream. And here it is 1 coat over a beautiful navy blue. To give you a little bit of a sneak peek, the base color I used for this one is coming up from Victorian Varnish for the little box of horrors in May called Tangled in Cobalt. I just had this sitting there. Look how beautiful that is too. We'll do a whole video on that one for the little box of horrors. But I used that as the base here and then just put 1 coat of Steampunk Sparkle on top. So both the black and the blue have just 1 coat of Steampunk Sparkle. And we're gonna go in right now and we're gonna put on a 3rd coat here on the swatch wheel so you can see how it goes on, all that good stuff. Here we go. Here it is in the 3rd coat. Those flakies are so gorgeous. I love ghost flakes. They just have like a special little something to them. Just a special sparkle or a special shine, and then the shifting aspects of it and everything. Love that. And I'm loving it also with the matte top coat. Look at that, 3 coats with a matte top coat that, you know, has all the reflective glitter dyed down. It kind of wipes those out, but it leaves all those beautiful flakes behind, and they really pop out when you don't have that beautiful sparkle of the reflective. And I actually did my thumb here in a matte top coat also. I did put lotion on, so it's a little bit shinier than it should be, but this is about what it would look like on me with three coats and a matte top coat. So that's so pretty. I'm loving those flakes. Look at that. All right, so here's another look. We have it in 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats, and 3 coats matte. And then there's 1 more. Look, this one I just already went ahead and put the glossy top coat on. It's 3 coats, and then just 1 coat over black and that royal blue. It's so pretty. So there it is over that blue that Victorian Varnish will have in Little Box of Horrors. We'll see a video of that. And then here it is over black. Look at those flakes, that reflective glitter, so pretty. And then here it is with a glossy top coat and a matte top coat. And then here it is in one coat, 2 coats, and 3 coats. Just beautiful, so sparkly. Those flakes are gorgeous, how they sparkle and change colors. Oh, I love this one. And then here it is on me, also in 3 coats. So this would be 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats, and then 3 coats on me. So pretty. Love, love, loving this one. And this is Steampunk Sparkle from Victorian Varnish for HHC May 2025. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and insert a application video. I filmed myself putting this on my thumb, and you'll see it go on in 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats, glitter grabber and a glossy top coat, and then finished off with a matte top coat. So I'm gonna insert that right here, and then we're gonna turn the camera around and finish this up. So that was the polish that Victorian Varnish is gonna have in HHC May 2025. Again, that store opens on the 14th, 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time on the 14th, and it closes at, I don't know what time it closes, but it closes on the 21st. So you have 1 week to shop. Wishlisting opens on May 1st, so it's probably already open. But yeah, just this one beautiful polish. There it is on my nails, and this one's just two coats. Here it is on the swatch wheel. We had 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats, 3 coats matte, 3 coats glossy, 1 coat over black, and then 1 coat over that beautiful cobalt color that's gonna be coming. All right, so let me know in the comments whatever is on your mind. What did you think of this polish? I love it. I am here for reflective flaky polishes. I don't know if they're new or if I have just missed them. First time I remember seeing one was in April. I did a sneak peek at some Glisten and Glow collections that are coming up this summer, and one of those collections had reflective flakies, a little 4-piece collection. And I am here for the reflective flaky polishes. Love, love, love them. Love flakies, love reflective polishes. Mix them together, chef's kiss. But once again, Victorian Varnish's polishes are 17 milliliters. This one will be $13.50 with a cap of 300. at hellahandmadecreations.com. That is a mouthful. I will link it in the description. And yeah, I think that is all I have. I want to thank you so much for stopping in and spending some of your time with me. Big thanks to Tammy for sending this polish to me as gifted PR to show to all of you. But I think that's all I have. So I just hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm just going to say goodbye for now.